Why two? Today we're gonna be discussing the benefits of being an individual, man. How much beauty there is in being yourself. Now, first and foremost, shout out to Mr. Keep It Simple, bruh. He is the forerunner of making this message popular on the tube because this is coming from a guy who had an entourage of friends, bro. On a regular, I had 3 to 4 or 5 guys with me in the crib, at minimum 1 or 2. And this was a struggle that I disagree with my father upon. He always tell me, you have so much potential. Why you always around all these guys? And I be like, these are my friends and this and that. And a lot of the times that tends to influence you and change your characteristics, bro, when you're around a group of people or following the crowd. In that moment, I was out following the crowd because a lot of the things we did, I didn't really resonate with it, bro. It's just I was just doing them. You feel me? From ill things, to finessing and all this other stuff. The list is endless, but it's like at the end of the day, I'm not really that type of person. You know, um, I'm very particular now that I'm by myself. Is what I'm noticing. It's like I'm very particular, bro. I have a lot of skills, a lot of interests. Not to say those guys didn't have a lot of interests or skills, but their whole mindset was based on chaos and destruction and fame and clout, stuff like that. So it's great to be yourself, man. Once you're by yourself, you start to realize a lot of different things about yourself, a lot of particularness about yourself, different skills and different interests. And then you start to realize, like, man, I can't believe I was around this person who was the total opposite. At the end of the day, you're going to get ridiculed being yourself because the goal is for everyone to kind of be the same, for people to all follow each other. And when you're around different people, you're always going to get influenced, whether you believe it or not. Something is going to change about you characteristically, mentally. You might physically, you never know, but you have to embrace who you are because we're all different people. We're all made different. All of our codes are different. We're all different in the sense of thinking, understanding. We have similarities, but you have to really appreciate who you are for you to even want to be yourself. Most people don't want to be themselves because they don't even like who they are. And at the end of the day, everyone has something about themselves that they have to like, that's special, that's unique. Like, if you think about it, everyone has something that's unique about them. Everybody. From kids to everybody, like animals, everybody has a different unique personality. Find that. You gotta find that, man. But you can't find that when you're constantly trying to be others. The saddest part about trying to be others or follow the crowd is you can never be another person. It's not possible. You are who you are. God made you who you are. Embrace who you are. Start loving who you are. Appreciate who you are. Take time to see who you are. What do you really like? What bothers you? You can't really know that when you're around people all the time. I ain't gonna lie, like I used to go to clubs a lot, but personally, I don't even like going to the clubs. It's such a like fabricated scene. Like, you gotta pay money to enter. You're in line for a long time. The bouncers are strange. You gotta buy drinks. The vibe is not really as hyped as it is after you do it a couple of times. But it was something I would always do every weekend. It was like I never really liked that for real. You know what I mean? Like, but these are just small examples. I could give you a lot of stories, but I started to realize, like, man, I don't really even like this, man. I don't even really like chilling, having to get at girls and get their number and try to hit them after the club. Like, all that was like just wasting energy for real. You feel me? But at the end of the day, it's like I wasn't trying to be who I was, which is a particular guy. Like, I don't want to like talk too much in the club and have to drink. I don't really like none of that stuff, man. And I was around people who that's all they wanted to do, or people who were doing ill things like scamming, finessing, just understanding that and partaking in that is like, bruh, like, I don't like hurting individuals. I don't like taking advantage of people. Like, so at some point, bro, you gotta come to yourself and realize, like, man, who are you really? Like, what do you really like, man? What's your vibe? Like, what's your mindset? But you can't do that trying to be somebody else, because you can never be somebody else. Everyone's made different. We're all made to be special in our own way. Everybody has a certain talent. I feel like everybody's talented, bro. Everyone in the world is talented. Every God give everyone some type of talent. When we was kids, we all had mad talents, but some people get older and forget those talents or whatever, but you gotta be who you are. It's very important. Do not try to be anyone else, no matter what you see they have. A lot of people that you see, they might be living the best lifestyle, but they're not always living the best lifestyle. It's a lot of turmoil. It's a lot of chaos. They just got the best makeup. The best makeup to make it look fantastic, to make it look great. And if you're not really personally there talking to them, going through the experience to find out, you might think your life is not all that, but your life is special. You got to make it special to appreciate it. And once you start to appreciate it, then you can make it special. Then you could boss it up. Then you can make it how you want to make it. At the end of the day, it's up to you. But you can't do that when you watching this other person trying to be like them. It never works like that, man. So embrace who you are, bruh. You're gonna get ridiculed because once I cut ties with everybody, I became a fake guy. They lied on me. They told stories about me, but that all comes with just no longer wanting to be around a certain crowd. You feel me? But it shows that, okay, something is different about me, because me leaving from a group of people I used to hang around shouldn't have such an ill effect. If I didn't have that some sense of importance, you know what I mean? But whatever they're partaking in is not really aligned with what I am. So I gotta be who I am. Embrace yourself, be yourself, go out there, and don't be scared.